has a magnitude plus direction. So anything you measure in the board, you divide it by two different quantity, vector and a scalar, vector and a scalar, vector and a scalar. Anything you measure in the board, you divide it by two different categories, a scalar and vector. Vector is any segment line has a magnitude, how much, 2 unit, 5 unit, 10, and which direction, north, east, west, south, 30 degree go to the north. But a scalar is any segment line only has a magnitude, no direction, only has a magnitude. So, vectors such as what? Such as vectors such as force. You applied the force. Here you applied the force. Here, or which direction? Amount of force you applied is important and direction is important. Most sensitive part of the body is here. You can apply the force here, here. So, amount of force and direction is important. So velocity, Ilya, velocity as a vector has a magnitude and direction. You can say, Ilya, velocity can be positive or can be negative or always is positive. Huh? Can be positive and negative. Here, you told me your house is, for example, Newmarket. You have to go to the north. Instead of north, you go to the south. Can you reach your home? No, never ever. So magnitude is important and direction, which side. And example for vector is acceleration. Acceleration has a magnitude and direction. Has a magnitude and direction. A scalar such as mass. Here, you want to measure the mass of your object. So you put here 5 gram, or you put that way 5 gram, or this way 5 gram. Only magnitude is important. Direction is not important. Another item can be as a scalar is time. Time always is positive, not negative. So magnitude is important. Another thing is, for example, area. For example, you want to calculate area of rectangle, length times wide. So area of rectangle is length times wide, or you can say wide times length. Only magnitude is important. Direction is not important. So you want to measure the area of this paper. So length times wide. This is, if you assume this is has the two sides, you ignore the thickness. Length times wide, you put as a this way, or this way, or that way. Area is constant. Length times wide. Direction is not important. So, for example, how much space equipped inside the room you mentioned is volume. Volume as a scalar. So anything you measure in the board, you divide it by two different categories: a scalar and vector. A scalar and vector. What is vector? Yes.
Temperature, vector.
Temperature doesn't have direction. It's a scalar. No, minus is minus. Anything can be positive or negative. Because you assume melting temperature for ice is 0, but in the physics Lowest temperature is 0 absolute value is minus 273, and you have a different type of measure the scale, such as Kelvin, such as Fahrenheit. So minus 273 degrees Celsius or centigrade is lowest temperature in the world. We don't have minus 274. You can assume this is 0. Yes, 0, and this is, for example, highest temperature you assume 273. So this is relativity. So respect, you say yes, temperature, because in the chemistry you have an electric motive force. You assume amount of energy or electric motive force of the hydrogen is 0. You consider all element is more active respect to hydrogen or less. So here, if you assume melting temperature of ice is 0 degree, yes. If some of them is less than this one, you assume is negative. More than this one, you assume is positive. Relative. But generally, you cannot say temperature has a direction. So, temperature as a scalar. Vector, here you see segment line. What is the name of this point? What is the name?
0.
Tail and tip, tail and tip, tail and tip, tail and tip. This is vector A. You put the arrow top of the vector. Put the arrow. So, for example, if you put it between two parallel lines, this is not absolute value. So show the magnitude. Magnitude vector A is 2 units. Which direction? That side. You can say your vector how much angle make with horizontal. Theta degree, 5 degree, 10 degree, 20 degree. So this is vector A. So, Yassi, what is this vector? Respect to vector A. Same size but opposite direction. So this is minus vector A. Yes or no? Opposite direction. Or you can consider here vector B. If this is 2 units, should be 4 units. How do you say in terms of vector A? Vector B, magnitude vector B is 2A. 2 times vector A. 2 times vector A. 2 times vector A. 2 times vector A. So vector is any segment line has a magnitude and direction. Has a magnitude and direction. Has a magnitude and direction. So this is initial point. This is final point. Tail and tip. Tail and tip. Tail and tip. Okay. Now, actually, you can say for vector, you can do 3 operations: addition, subtraction, and yes, multiplication. Multiplication can be 2 different formats. We don't have division. So, you can do 3 operations for vector: addition, subtraction, and multiplication. Addition, subtraction, and multiplication. And one thing for sure, Ilya learned, I don't know, maybe you have some idea, is resolution. Resolution of one vector in terms of 2 vectors. X component, Y component. First, we talk about addition, resultant, or sum vector. So we listen. For vector, I need you learn addition, subtraction, multiplication, and something else. Most important for any concept, any program, science, math, anything you want to go, you have to know 3 concepts. First, addition or of many vectors. First, I teach you. Pay attention, after you can copy paste. If you didn't understand, please ask me. You make sure here you understand. First, addition or resultant of many vectors. Many vectors. You want to find the addition or resultant of many vectors. Addition, summation, sum, or resultant of many vectors. You have two cases. Generally, you have two cases. First, you have a sum vector, vector v1. You put the arrow, tail and tip, tail and tip, tail and tip. Another vector, vector v2, has a tail and tip. Another vector, v3, tail and tip. Instead of 3 vector, 4 vector, 5 vector, any vector you have, you want to put one single vector, one single vector, one single vector. The name of this vector is addition or resultant. How do you find the addition of this vector? Instead of change the direction of each vector, you put all vectors follow together, follow together. You see vector v1, vector v2, and finally vector v3. You want to find the addition or resultant of many vectors. You want to find the addition or resultant of many vectors. So this is initial of first vector, this is end of the all vector. This is tail and tip, tail and tip. How do you find the addition resultant? So, any vector can connect beginning first vector, end of the last vector is addition or resultant. Any vector can connect beginning first vector, end of the last vector is addition or resultant. Any vector can connect beginning first vector, end of the last vector is addition or resultant. Addition or resultant. Addition or resultant. So vector v1, tail and tip, tail and tip, tail and tip. So this is addition of many vectors. You consider all vectors follow together, follow together, follow together. Tail and tip, tail and tip, tail and tip. Any vector can connect beginning first vector, end of the last vector is addition or resultant. This is first case. Second case, how do you find? You have the two vector, A and B. Vector A and vector B. Beginning first two vector makes the angle. Tail and tail make the angle. Tail and tail make the angle, theta. Two vector makes the angle. Two vector make the angle together. Minimum angle between two vector. How much? 0. Maximum two vector is 180. Minimum angle between two vectors 0. Maximum 180. Minimum angle between two vectors is 0. Maximum 180. You have a two vector. Make the angle. You want to find the addition or resultant. Addition or resultant. Addition or resultant. What is your target? What is your plan? You want to remove the two vector. Instead of two vector, you put a one single vector can act such as two vector. Instead, you have a ball, soccer ball, basketball ball. Instead of two people actually apply the force on ball, instead of two force, you put the one force can affect the same size, same amount on the ball. This is me. So you have a two vector. Make the angle, theta, minimum angle between two vector, 0, maximum 180. Minimum angle?
0.
Maximum?
180.
In this case, how do you find the addition or resultant? You have to make the parallelogram. You have to make the parallelogram. You have to make the parallelogram. Same size parallelogram. You connect second vector. Same size parallel you draw, you connect to second vector. Diagonal, 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 diagonal between two vectors is addition or resultant. Addition or resultant. So again, if you have a two vectors such as vector A and B, tail and tail make the angle. Beginning two vector make the angle together. Minimum angle, maximum.
180.
So to find the addition or resultant, you have to make the parallelogram. You have to make the parallelogram. You have to make the parallelogram. Diagonal, 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 diagonal between two vectors is addition or resultant. How do you find the addition or resultant? This is drawing two vectors and you find the resultant. As a algebraic, so you write magnitude vector A plus magnitude vector B. This is magnitude of addition or resultant of two vectors. How do you find the magnitude addition or resultant two vector? You write radical or root. First vector square, second vector square plus 2 times first vector times second vector times cosine theta. Theta is angle between two vector, 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 angle between two vectors, angle between two vectors. So this is main formula for addition or resultant two vector. Minimum angle between two vector, maximum 180. Again, if you have a two vector, make the angle together. So how do you find the resultant? You have to make the parallelogram. You have to make the parallelogram. Diagonal between two vectors is addition or resultant. How do you find the magnitude addition or resultant to vector? First vector square, second vector square plus 2 times first times second vector times cosine theta. Theta is angle between two vectors.
Why we are not calling it tangent at the beginning?
Because you don't have right angle. When you use sine, cosine, and so trig function, primary trig function, one of your angle has to be right angle. Another things always coming in the test or this concept. So resultant all vector, vector A plus B. How much angle make with one of two vector, A and B. You want to find the alpha. Question mentioned. You have a magnitude vector A, you have a magnitude vector B. Already you know, given you angle between two vectors. How do you find the angle between one of vectors such as vector A and B? Make with resultant two vectors such as vector alpha. Alpha is angle between vector B and resultant. Alpha is angle between vector, one of your vectors such as A and B and resultant. So in this case, you can use sine law or cosine law. I want to draw this triangle separately, individual. So this is vector B, this is vector A, and this is vector A and B. At the beginning, I told you have a two vector, vector A and B. Vector A and B. You want to find how much angle one of your vectors such as vector B or A, how much angle make with resultant. how much angle make with resultant. How do you find the theta or alpha? Yeah, the same name. In this case, you can use sine law or cosine law. Because already question given you how much is magnitude vector A, how much is magnitude vector B, and you calculate how much is magnitude vector A and B. So you want to find the angle alpha. I want to use cosine law. Angle alpha is opposite which side? Side B, A. So you write angle alpha is opposite side A. You write A square magnitude is a square of two other side B square plus A plus B as a vector square. As a vector you can say, don't confuse, plus minus here, minus 2 times one of vector, first vector, times addition of 2 vector, times cosine alpha. Here, if you want to find the angle between one of vector and resultant, so is, because angle alpha is opposite this side, angle alpha is opposite this side, angle alpha is opposite this side, you can use sine law or cosine law, sine law or cosine law. Here, angle opposite sine. So, or you can write sine law or cosine law. Here, I want to use cosine law. Here is cosine law. When you use sine law or cosine law, as you know, you have a 2 sides and you have a 3 sides. You want to find the one of angle. When you use cosine law, Noreen, you have a 3 sides already given you. You know how much, and you want to find the one of angle. So you want to find the side A is side A square is a square of 2 other side minus 2 times first one of your vector times second times cosine angle between 2 vector, angle between 2 vector, angle between 2 vector. So again, anytime Noreen, Ra'a, you want to find the addition or resultant 2 vector. Question you have to ask 2 cases. First, if you have a some vector on the surface and you already question defined for you tail and tip, you have to connect all vector together. Any vector can connect beginning first vector, end of the last vector is resultant or addition. But if you have a 2 vector, make the angle, minimum angle 0, maximum 180. To find the addition or resultant, you have to make the parallelogram. Diagonal between 2 vectors is representative of addition or resultant. And this is main formula for addition or resultant. Magnitude addition of 2 vectors is radical first vector square, radical first vector square, plus second vector square, plus 2 times first times second, cosine theta. Theta is angle between 2 vector, angle between 2 vector.
مثل بقیه زاویه ها از طریق زاویه های مکمل میریم که مجموع دو زاویه 100
addition of 2 perpendicular vectors. If you have a 2 vector perpendicular, so you have a 2 vector perpendicular, vector A and B, make the right angle 90 degrees. You want to find the addition or resultant. You want to find the addition or resultant. Because 2 vector make the angle, you have to find the parallelogram. You have to make the parallelogram. Diagonal between two vectors is addition or resultant. Diagonal between two vectors is addition or resultant. So, Barrier, what is the name of this shape? Rectangle. If A and B are equal, yes, shape should be a square. So generally, because we don't know A and B, same size, your shape is rectangle. So, what is magnitude of two vectors? A plus B. Magnitude addition of two vectors is radical. First vector square plus second vector square minus 2 times A times B cosine theta. Theta is angle between two vectors. Angle between two vectors. Here, angle between two vectors is 90 degrees. Angle between two vectors is 90 degrees. So you write A square plus B square minus 2AB. Angle between two vectors is 90 degrees. Cosine 90 degrees. Cosine 90 degrees. As you know, cosine 90 is how much? Zero. Zero times any expression zero. So based on Pythagorean theorem, addition of two perpendicular vectors is radical. First vector square, second vector square. So if you have a two vector perpendicular, addition of two vectors is radical. First vector square plus second vector square. And last case for addition. You see minimum angle between two vectors.
0.
Maximum.
180.
So, if you have a two vector, same direction, that side, left side, right side, or same direction, vector A and B, here, make the angle 0 degree. Minimum angle between two vectors 0, maximum 180. In this case, magnitude addition of two vectors should be A plus B. So two vectors such as algebraic number you add together. For example, so is magnitude vector A is 2 units, magnitude vector B is 3 units. So A plus B, magnitude A plus B is 2 plus 3 is 5 units. So, if two vectors opposite direction, two vectors are opposite direction, A and B, two vector is opposite direction. In this case, you assume magnitude vector B is bigger than A. Angle between two vectors is 180. Angle between two vectors is 180. In this case, how do you find the magnitude, addition or resultant? Addition or resultant of two vectors is, because two vectors is opposite direction, you must subtract. Because you assume in this case B is bigger than A, you write B minus A. For example, vector here B is magnitude 7 unit. Vector A 2 unit. So angle between two vectors is 180. So magnitude A plus A minus B. Here is A minus B. Because two vector is opposite direction, 7 minus 2 is 5.
So, Vishal, you got the other one for you.
So, as I told you, minimum angle between two vectors 0, the same direction, then two vectors, you add together, and two vector opposite direction, make the angle 180. In this case, you add two vector to add together as a magnitude. Here you subtract because this is opposite direction. You write it down, I give you example.
So پس فقط زمانی که دایرکشنشون مخالفه 180 میدیم و سابترکت.
Example. If magnitude vector A is 2 unit, magnitude vector B is 3 unit, and in this case, angle between two vector is 60 degree. Angle between two vector is 60 degree. Find magnitude A plus 2B. 2B. Find magnitude A plus 2B. As you see, you have a two vector, vector A and B. You have to show two vector. Vector B magnitude is 3 unit. Magnitude vector A is 2 unit. Angle between two vectors is 60 degrees, 60 degrees, 60 degrees. How do you find the addition or resultant? How do you find the addition or resultant? You have to make the parallelogram. You have to make the parallelogram. Same size and parallelism you draw. You connect to second vector. This is parallelogram. This is parallelogram. Diagonal, 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 diagonal between two vectors is addition or resultant. Diagonal between two vectors is addition or resultant. But in this case, you want to find the magnitude vector A plus 2B. So A is same size. You will not change anything for A. Same magnitude, same direction is 2. But 2 times vector B. 2 times vector B. Vector B magnitude is 3 unit. 2 times is 6. Angle between two vectors doesn't change, doesn't change, doesn't change, doesn't change. Again, you want to find the addition or resultant two vector. Because two vector make the angle between two vector, tail and tail, make the angle 60 degree. You have to make the parallelogram. You have to make the parallelogram. You have to make the parallelogram. You draw same size and parallel. This one, you connect to second vector. Diagonal, diagonal, diagonal between two vectors is addition or resultant. Should be A plus 2B. So, what is main formula for addition or resultant two vector? What is main formula for addition or resultant two vector? A plus 2B. Magnitude, how much? Magnitude is how much of addition of vector A plus 2 times vector B. Magnitude of how much is A plus 2B is radical. First vector square plus second vector square plus 2 times first vector times second vector times second vector times angle between two vectors, angle between two vectors, angle between two vectors. So, should be radical. Magnitude vector A is 2 units. Magnitude vector B is 3 units. 3 times 2 is 6. 6 square. Vector B is 3 unit. 2 times vector B 6 plus 2 times 2 times 6. Angle between two vectors 60. Magnitude cosine 60 degree is 1 over 2. 1 over 2. 2 and 2 cancel. 2 square is 4 plus 36, 14 minus 12 is root 28. Root 28. Pay attention after you can write that down. If magnitude vector C is 3 unit, magnitude vector D is 4 unit, and angle between two vector is how much?
180.
120. Find magnitude C plus D and angle between resultant of vector C and D and vector D. Already give you two vector, vector C and D. Magnitude vector C is 3 unit, magnitude vector D is 4 unit. So, C plus D, you want to find the addition of two vector and angle between vector D and addition of two vector. Angle between vector D and addition of two vector. First, you draw the picture. This is vector C. Vector C. Magnitude is how much? 3 units. Magnitude. Magnitude vector C is 3 unit. Angle between two vectors is 120, 120, 120, and magnitude vector D is 4 unit. You want to find the addition or resultant two vector. You want to find the addition or resultant two vector. You want to find the addition or resultant two vector. You have to make the parallelogram. You have to make the parallelogram. Same size parallel you draw, you connect second vector. This is parallelogram. Diagonal, 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 diagonal between two vector is addition or resultant. C plus D. So, first of all, you want to find the addition of vector C and D. As you know, angle between two vectors is 120. Main formula for addition or resultant two vector. Main formula for addition or resultant two vector. C plus D. Main formula is radical. First vector square plus second vector square plus 2 times first vector times second cosine theta, cosine theta. Theta is angle between two vector, angle between two vector, angle between two vector. This is main formula for addition of two vector. Sum of two vectors is radical, radical. This is main formula for addition or resultant two vector. First vector square plus second vector square plus 2 times first times second times cosine theta. Magnitude addition of two vector is radical. Magnitude vector C already given you 3 unit. Vector D is how much? 4 unit. Plus 2 times 3 times 4 Angle between two vectors is 120. 120. As you know, cosine 120 degree, cosine 120 degrees minus 1 over 2. Here, angle between two vectors is theta is 120 degree. So, magnitude cosine 120 is minus 1 over 2, minus 1 over 2. Now you can simplify. 2 and 2 cancel, minus 2f, here is 4 plus 9 is root 13. If you want to change as a decimal, should be 3.7, 3.6, around. Now, here, question next step asks you, here, if you draw the one part of your shape, here is C plus D. Magnitude C plus D. You find how much? Radical 13. Already you find the magnitude C plus D is 13. And this is vector D. Magnitude vector D is 4. And this is vector C. Magnitude vector C is how much? 3 units. Question asks you, how much is angle between vector D and resultant vector C and D? Here you want to find the alpha. Alpha is angle between vector D, one of vector, and addition of two vectors. So you want to find the angle between vector D and angle between D and addition of two vectors. You have to use cosine law, cosine law, cosine law, because angle alpha is opposite side C. Angle alpha is opposite side C. You're right. Side C square is a square of two other sides, a square of two other sides, D square plus C plus D square as a vector minus 2 times first vector, vector D, times second vector, C plus D, and alpha is angle between two vectors, angle between two vectors, angle between two vectors, cosine alpha. C is how much? 3. Magnitude vector C, 3 square. D is how much? 4. C plus D is radical 13. C plus D is radical 13. When you make the S square, radical 1 should be 13 minus 2 times vector D is 4. C plus D, magnitude C plus D is how much? Can you calculate root 13 exactly? Should be 3.64, 3.68 or 7. How much? 3.6. So you're right, 3.6. And cosine alpha is unknown. You're going to calculate. 3 square is 9 equal 4 square is 16 plus 13 minus 3.6 times 4 is 14.4 times 2 is 20. 8.8. Cosine alpha. So, I saw many times your student make the mistake. 16 and 13, you move left side. Should be negative. Minus 28.8 cosine alpha. Here is minus 20 is minus 28.8 cosine alpha. So you want to calculate cosine alpha is minus 20 divided by minus 28.8. If you simplify, so anytime you want to find the angle, you have to get the inverse function. Alpha is cosine inverse of 20 over 28.8.
علیرضا آریان لفت گروپ. من تو قضیه‌های مثلثاتی هیچ موقع خوب نبودم. اون میگم این مسئله ببین تمام خط دوم
هیچ کاری نداره، فقط بیار بذار تو این فرم، بیار بذار تو این فرم، بقیه‌اش همه
جاگذاری
حساب
میشه
کتاب،
کرد بعد دیگه
بقیه
حساب
همه حساب
کتاب
کتاب. اونجا فقط یه چیزی که برای اونو زد تو ماشین حساب جذر سیستم که اونجا به دست اومد، بقیه همش جاگذاری. اون قسمتی هم که باید آلفا رو به دست بیاری وقتی می‌خوایم اینا رو با هم دیگه این برابر کنیم، این میشه
چرا
برعکسش.
سی و اسکوئر کردیم؟
کجا؟
همون جکمه آلفا رو می‌خواد
قانونش اینه. فقط به جای سی و
همون
بی
جای-
تو باید ای و بی در نظر بگیری تو ذهن، و یعنی یه فرمول.